Today we will start with types of lines, types of angles, sorry. This is our session 2. Okay, in the previous sessions we studied various kind of angles like directed angles, acute, obtuse, etc. In this session we will primarily focused on reflex angle and coterminal angle. Okay, so let us start with the first one, that is reflex angle. Okay, now with an example we'll try to explain it. So consider the statements. If the initial ray OA rotates about O in the anti-clockwise direction and takes final position OB before coinciding the ray OA again, such that its degree measure lie between 180 and 360 degree, then we get the directed angle, which is called reflex angle. So if the initial ray OA, so let us consider initial ray OA. OA and OB are just the names taken for example kind of. They are just used to explain the meaning of reflex angle. Okay, so if there is an initial ray OA which rotates about O in anti-clockwise means this direction. Okay, it rotates and takes the final position OB, before coinciding with ray OA again, means that OB will take any position from here to here, but not on OA again. Okay, it will not coincide with OA again. So any position from here to here. But the next line says that such that its degree measures lie between 180 and 360. So this is 180 degree. Okay, and coming back to OA makes it 360 degree again. So it lies between 180 and 360, means between this region it will lie. Okay, so I will consider somewhere here. Okay, so this anti-clockwise angle formed here is known as reflex angle. So the two conditions are, first of all, there should be anti-clockwise rotation and it should not coincide with OA again. The second is that the measure should lie between 180 and 360 degree. It is one type of directed angle and the name is reflex angle. Okay, and the next topic is coterminal angle. Okay, so we have covered reflex and we will start with coterminal. So to begin with, let us consider this case to explain coterminal angles. So this angle is say 40 degrees. So measure angle AOB equal to 40 degree. Okay, now the definition states that the directed angle of different measures having same position of initial ray and terminal ray are called coterminal angles. So this statement states that same position of initial ray and terminal ray after rotation. Okay, different measures means after rotation. So if I have to have same position of initial ray, so in this case this is initial, this is terminal. Okay, so same position of terminal with different measure will be like it will rotate and come back here. Okay, rotation of a ray coming back to the same point is one complete rotation. Okay, and in the previous session, that is first session on angles, we know that one complete rotation is nothing but 360 degree. Okay, so initial there is a 40 degree and then there is one complete rotation. So initial measure of angle is 40 degree in this example, and then one complete rotation will add 360 degree. So there is initial 40 and complete 360 degree rotation to get the same position of initial and terminal ray. Okay, so what will this add up to? 400 degree. Okay, now if I have to find another coterminal angle in this case, then to this value, that is 400 degree, I will again add one complete rotation to it, that is 360 degree, which will give me 760 degree. Okay, the directed angles of measure 40 degree, 400 degree and 760 degree have same initial arm OA and same terminal arm OB. Okay, so such angles are called as coterminal angles. Okay, there are infinitely many of directed angles coterminal with the given directed angle. Okay, the measure of coterminal directed angles differ by integral multiple of 360 degree. Correct? You are adding 360 degree every time to find a new coterminal angle. So the measure of coterminal directed angles differ by integral multiple of 360 degree. This is a very important statement. Okay, so if I have a question like there are two angles, suppose 420 and 60 degree, just for example sake, and if I ask you the question that are these angles coterminal, so I with this statement I can analyze it simply as there should be a difference of 360 or multiple of 360. So if I subtract the two angles, I do get 360 degree, correct? So these two angles are coterminal angles. If I consider the second case like 750 degree and 30 degree, so if I subtract these two, what do I get? 750 minus 30 equal to 720 degree. Now 720 is nothing but 360 into 2, correct? So this is a multiple. Multiple means n into 360 when n is a natural number. Okay, so multiple of 360 degree. So these two are coterminal, these two are coterminal. But suppose if I consider angle like 410 and 30, and now if I subtract them, what do I get? 380. This is not a multiple of 360, right? It is not 360 or 360 into something. So this is not these are not coterminal angles. Okay, so we call them as not coterminal, and these are coterminal. Okay, so this was all about reflex and coterminal angles. In the next lecture we'll study more types of angles. Stay tuned. Do like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys.